Hi, this is Jody from Poppy Winkle, and I am here to talk about corrugated cardboard. Again, after I finished my last video, I kept thinking of more and more ideas, and eventually I thought, well, I just have to do a part two. So let's get to it. For this first project, I used super thin corrugated cardboard. This is less than a 1/16 of an inch wide, so it's very, very thin. However, it's super sturdy. It's super sturdy and thin, and it doesn't separate easy, so it's perfect for this project. What I'm going to do is make a cute little envelope or any kind of closure, a tie closure, and the little circles there, these circles that the tie goes under, are made out of the corrugated cardboard. So I'll show you how I did it. I happen to have a 5/8 circle punch, 5/8 of an inch, and all you do is punch through, and then, well, you get it out of the little thing here, but I have some extra. And then you take an awl and put a hole right through the center, or anything else, any kind of pokey tool you have. I always use a mat on the bottom so I don't ruin my desk. Then you take some brads, and I'm going to show you how I did it on this one. This is a piece of paper, and I folded it up, folded it down, and then I took some other pieces of paper, folded them in half, and then sewed them just under this fold. So it's all attached. I had it paper clipped while I sewed to keep it where I wanted it. So now it's a cute little booklet, and now we're going to add a tie closure. So you want to figure out where they're going to look cute. I think right about there, and then I'm going to mark it. And then I'm going to put holes where the circle is, where the circles are. One right there. And one, where is the other one? Over here. And then you just attach it through the hole with the brad. And open it up. And then you do the same over here. And open it up. So here we are so far, and I took a little piece of twine, maybe 10 inches long, and I just slipped it under that piece of cardboard and pulled it tight against the brad. And now I'm just going to make a couple little knots, a couple little ties. Oops. And then I'm going to clip it off. Let me make one more tie, just so it's extra tight. And then I'm going to snip that extra edge off. And then you just wrap it around the bottom and the top a few times. And there you have it. Super cute. So for this next part, we're going to take some of this cardboard apart. There are, the ones I've encountered are all made the same way. They have two outside pieces and then the corrugated inside. And for this one, we're just going to take off one of the pieces. One of that, and we're going to leave this one intact. So we're going to take this part off. And the way you do it is you just stick it under hot water and let it drip down in there. let it run down in there. I mean, it's more than drips. And then as it gets wet and the hot water gets in there, it's going to start to want to peel down. And so you just let that happen all the way back and forth under the water and keep it going. And then finally this whole page will peel right off, but we're going to leave this back part on for this part. So I wanted to see if I could make a nice collage background. I wanted something very airy, but colorful. And so if you see back here, that grid pattern, that blue grid that's all over the place, that's what we're going to make. And I also put it on this circle, not the top one, but the one underneath. There's the grid pattern. So I'm going to show you how to make that. We're going to use the thinner cardboard, the 1/16, because it has, the lines are closer together. If you use the thicker kind, then the lines are further apart. So that would be up to you. But I wanted the lines to be close together, and I just took off the one piece. So I left the one side intact, and I took just off the one piece. And I'm going to save that because it's great paper for journals and stuff. So to make this part, what I did was I put the ink on here, and then I put the paper down and brayered it. But I want to try this time, I want to try putting the paper down and then putting the stamp on top. I want to see if that makes a difference. So we're going to try that. So I'm going to ink it up. Okay, so it's all inked up. I'm going to put the page down, paying attention to how I line things up. And there's that. And now we're going to, we're going to turn it this way. And I'll ink it up again because I want a grid pattern. I don't think that impression is any better or worse than the other way. I guess it's just a matter of choice. The last time I put the paper on top. This time I put the stamp on top. And there you have a nice grid pattern. And it's airy, but it has color. It's perfect for collaging. And then I wanted to try to do the same on little pieces. But you can't hold little pieces and brayer them at the same time. So I just double-sided tape. I use double-sided tape to put them on an envelope. I mean, you could put them on anything, but that's what I had. And I'm going to try the same little trick. Ink. Ooh. And then the other way, put it like this. Oh, that looks awesome. I'll do this one again. I think maybe because it's cardstock. It's cardstock and it sticks up a little. So that's pretty cool. I like that impression. So there you have little doodads to use. Here's how I used one of those in the collage. I put it here, and then on top of it I put a reinforcement that I had made. And on the back, this is what I got after I peeled the corrugated cardboard apart. You get this incredible paper. It's thick, it's crunchy, it has lines on it already from the glue that held the corrugation. So it's fabulous stuff. So here's a piece of corrugated cardboard where I took the paper off of one side, but I left it on the other side. And so the corrugations stay. If you take off both pieces, if I were to peel this piece off, this side, then this stretches out a little bit. It still has its bumps, but it stretches out. And so that's what I used for the next two projects. I ripped it up and put it in a cluster here. So it still has the bumpiness, but it's not as fat. So you can use it when you want something thin. So I made that little cluster there. And then this little darling, I made the cover out of that corrugated cardboard, the exact same stuff, with both of the pages removed. So this is just the inside. And it's sturdy but flexible. I love the little size. It's like 5 by 6, something like that. And yeah. And I don't have time to show you how to make this right now because this video is already getting long, but I think I'll make a whole video on how I made this because it is so fast. It was so fast, so fun, and I love it. Here's another way to separate the layers. I'm using a chopstick, although this pains me to do because you end up destroying this delicious paper, which is so nice if you just separate it and use it. If you separate it with water and use it, it's just wonderful. But if you're looking for some kind of rough surface, maybe for a cover, a junk journal cover. So here I'm taking off the top layer, but you can also separate the bottom layer from the cardstock, from the corrugation. So then you have 3 distinct layers. So that looks great. There are so many different kinds. Different kinds are going to look different, and they're going to separate different, and there's just a world of experimentation out there. So have fun with it. Thanks for watching. Bye.